Okay, so welcome back, and today we're going to start properties of logs. So logarithmic properties. So the couple that I'm going to start with now, and then we'll get into more on the next video, but these are the basic properties that you should know. So some of these are very straightforward, easy to prove. So these first two here, the log base b of 1 is equal to 0. That's true for all b, okay? So again, b is positive. So for all b except for 1, of course. Log base b of b is equal to 1. And of course, if we look at the exponential form for these, you'll know why. So if you look at this, so b to the 0 equals 1, right? Well, that's true, right? And then, of course, this is saying b to the 1 is equal to, b to the 1 power is equal to b, right? So looking at the logs and seeing them in the exponential form makes sense. Okay, so this is true for any base b except for base 1, right? b can't be equal to 1. Okay. Or actually, b can be equal to 1. Yeah, take that back. Okay, so now the inverse properties. The inverse properties come from the fact that logarithmic functions and exponential functions are inverse functions of each other. So that way, if you compose a log with the exponential form with the same base, they cancel each other out, just like any inverse functions, right? You compose two inverse functions, you get x out of it. So that's all that's going on here with these inverse properties. So if you compose a log with base b with the exponential of base b, then you're going to get the exponent out because the log cancels with the exponential and you just get x. And also, if you were to compose them the other way, you take an exponential b and you make the exponent of log base b of x, well, this base cancels with this and you get x out. And again, for x greater than 0 in this case because it's in the argument. And then these two one-to-one properties. So in this one, number 2, I threw in there from exponentials because this is one you should know. And these are actually related to each other, right? Because if you take the exponential of both of these, you get this. So they're directly related. So log base b of m is equal to log base b of n if and only if m is equal to n. Okay, that's what this property says. Or if you know that m is equal to n, then it must be true that the log base b of m is equal to the log base b of n. So it goes both ways. It's an if and only if. Okay, and the same thing here with these exponentials. B to the m power is equal to b to the n power if and only if the exponents are the same. That goes without saying. That's easy to prove, right? That's it. So these are the properties that we're going to be using. So you should know these properties. And then next we're going to look at the product property and the quotient property for logs. And also the power property for logs as well. Okay, and then we'll go from there. We'll do a bunch of examples along the way. Have a great day.